2016.
Damn, Daniel.
Ain't been getting high. Well, maybe it was too soon, but now we're stressed out. It was the best horror movie I've ever seen.
2016.
Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Best horror movie I've ever seen.
2016.
Like a bad dream, having a bad dream. Best horror movie I've ever seen.
Welcome to 2016, the podcast, starring yours truly, the Adam Beck. Thank you for joining me today on this lovely Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Time just changed, guys. I actually did not know time changed until this morning. I was scrolling on Instagram, and there was a meme by a Barstool account talking about how 5 o'clock yesterday versus 5 o'clock today. It was the same picture, just one was darker, and I was, what are you talking about? And then I realized, oh shoot, November 1st, 2nd, 6th, 7th, November 6th, 7th, whatever date it is. I'm like, time's probably changing soon. I got an extra hour of sleep last night without even knowing. It was great. I kind of lied to myself, my body, I guess. It's like I got up early, went for a run. I was like, wow, I'm being really productive today. Like, how could I get up at 7:30 so easily? But because time changed, I didn't have this willpower, where I could just get up on my own. Just like universal intervention, I guess. I thought it was all me, but the time changed, and that was probably the only reason I got out of bed at what I thought was an early time for once. But you know what? A win's a win. We gotta be happy about that. Sorry. I just had to get that. I had to rant about that. I deserve that. I deserved my moment there. I went for a run, 5 miles, posted it on Strava. Obviously, the people need to see. I need my kudos. You got to get your kudos on Strava. I mean, it's amazing. The stim I get from that. Oof. Anyways, we were talking about how great my day's been so far, I guess. But you know what is even better? What was better than my day? 2016. The reason we are all here. We're here to talk about 2016. And not just 2016. We're here to talk about the golden era of basketball. 2016. You heard it here first, folks. I'm going to say it. It's not a hot take, okay? Jordan was playing against plumbers. 2016 was the greatest year of basketball of all time. It was. I know what you're thinking. Why? Why was 2016 the best year of basketball ever? Well, first off, we were introduced to Lebronto. Now, if you guys don't know what Lebronto is, it's basically how LeBron James owned the Eastern Conference. So every year, Toronto would have the best record in the Eastern Conference. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, they were ballers. They were Kobe. They were killing it. Them and Drake, I mean, they were goated. DeMar DeRozan, man, he was so good. Kyle Lowry, I wasn't watching him play basketball. I was just watching him run up and down the court. If you know, you know. But Lebronto was basically, LeBron would go there to Toronto every year. Toronto would usually be the 1 seed. The Cavs would be the 2, 3. Might be wrong, but it was like give or take one of the give or take one of them would be high, one of the top 2 seeds. And LeBron would just BTA, just belt to ass Lebronto. They literally renamed Toronto Lebronto. I think the most famous memory for me is like he had this. I'm pretty sure this was 2016 season, but he did it for like 3 years. It was 3 straight years of Lebronto. They swept him. Game 4, LeBron hit a one-legged game winner fadeaway. And I was like, I remember going to school the next day. My buddy Grant, shout out Grant. Hopefully he listens to the pod. He got a shout out. No revenue for you, dude, though. Sorry. But I just remember him being like, Lebronto. The next day at school. And, God. 2016 basketball, man. Sorry. So that was Lebronto. Now, after Lebronto, 2016, we also had the 73-9 Warriors. Guys, That is literally the greatest record in NBA history for a single season. I think the other team before that was I have notes here. Let me look at my notes. I believe it was the 96 Bulls. Yep. Who went 72-10. The GOAT, Michael Jordan, only went 72-10. But Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, the Splash Bros, went 73-9. The greatest record of all time. I don't think we'll ever get close to that again, guys. Unless somehow the Mavs get Luka back and him and Cooper Flag, Klay Thompson, Kyrie, AD. I mean, they could go undefeated, 85-0. However, 86-0. That's just my opinion. But guys, that is the greatest season of all time. Now, obviously, no one cares about the season. It's what happens in the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, what happened that year? Well, Western Conference Finals, crazy. Oklahoma City, 3-1 lead against the Warriors. The greatest regular season team of all time, Warriors, were down 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals to I almost said Kevin Garnett. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. And Serge Ibaka. I'm pretty sure he was on the team still. And guess what happened? Game 6 Clay happened. They came back. The Warriors came back from a 3-1 deficit in the Western Conference Finals and won it. They won. They came back against Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. 3 MVPs. You know how many MVPs or just crazy talent? That was probably the most stacked conference finals ever. That's in Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Serge Ibaka, Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, the 5 greatest players of all time. Oh, then in Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, probably a few other guys. But, I mean, that was just insane. Like, people are talking about how Kevin Durant's a choke and he's a loser and blah, blah, blah. Easy Money Sniper was getting so many. If you had to be on Twitter at that time, guys, I wasn't, but I'm gonna pretend like I was. And it was just a place to be. You had to be there. Because flash forward, Kevin Durant leaves. He freaking leaves the Thunder. I love KD and the Thunder. I wasn't even a Thunder fan, but I fucked with KD. I cheered for him. It was like Paul George on the Pacers. Like, he's kind of a good guy. He's one of the good guys. But then they turn into supervillains once they switch teams, man. But yeah, Kevin Durant, KD, he leaves, goes to the Warriors. But that's technically summer of 2016. I'm talking about the finals. LeBron James and the Cavaliers. They got Kevin Love. And they got Kyrie Irving with LeBron James, J.R. Smith, the Kardashian. What was his name? Oh my God. Why am I blanking on his name? I think Steve Lou was still the coach this year, or was it the Russian guy? I don't know. Who cares about the coach? Because you know why? The Cavs had LeBron. The Cavs go down 3-1 against the greatest regular season team of all time, the Warriors, with back-to-back MVPs, Steph Curry. Back-to-back. That is... You know how hard that is? You're down 3-1 against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, all in their primes. All in their primes. And guess what happens? We all know what happened. LeBron comes back. Like, is like the most insane thing to ever happen. It is literally the greatest comeback in sports, arguably. Arguably. One of the greatest series of all times. Kyrie has that step back over Curry. Deladova has some clamps. He clamps Curry a few times. Blocked by James! Probably one of the greatest calls of all time.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
Talking about 2016 is not nostalgia. It's just reminiscing greatness. Literally the greatest basketball season ever, guys. The 3-1 comeback, oh my. But most importantly, LeBron comes back from 3-1, wins a championship, Cleveland is the city of champions. Oh, how can you not be romantic about basketball? But after that, I mean, we know what was most important about that year. Come on. We all know what I'm thinking. When you think 2016, you think basketball. You think the 2016 Chino Hills Ball Brothers. I'm talking LaMelo. I'm talking LiAngelo. And Lonzo Ball. Also that random 5 stars that they had on the team as well. The greatest high school basketball team of all time. They went, I think, 35-0, won the state championship and unofficial national championship. I don't know how national championship works for high school sports. It's super weird. You know, everyone's just claiming they won it all, but Chino Hills. They were going up to like Mater Day. If you're from California, you know Mater Day. They're going to all these private schools, public schools, and they were just smoking them. They were literally cherry picking in varsity basketball games at the highest level, at Division I in California, which Division I is the highest. I know in like Texas, 6A is the highest. It's opposite in California, where Division I is the highest. And they were just smoking everyone. It wasn't even a competition. People talk about 2020 Mount Vert. Oh, that's Cade and them, right? Nah. 2016 Chino Hills. Kidding me? Lonzo, UCLA, bucket. LaMelo, UCLA, kind of got kicked off the team, but banger rapper. I be swerve on that corner. Whoa, ooh, hold on tight. Banger. That's 2 for 2. Lamar, we don't talk about Lamar enough, you know. And we got LaMelo. His socials, he don't run them. GOAT on the Hornets now. What was he? 2nd or 3rd overall? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know my draft picks on the top of my head, but hey, Lonzo, did he go 2 to the Lakers or 1? You know what was probably the greatest Lakers acquisition of all time? You kidding me? 2016 Chino Hills. 2016 Chino Hills, just the greatest team of all time. In the greatest year of basketball of all time. Now, I talked about the Warriors and the 3-1 lead. The Thunder blew the 3-1 lead. And then the Warriors come back and blow it. It's like taste of their own medicine. And then obviously they got to get KD to beat LeBron. You got to get the super team to beat 2016 Lebronto. Sorry, I'm just so passionate and all over the place. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. How did I not mention this? The dunk contest. The 2016 dunk contest will go down as the greatest or one of the greatest dunk contests of all time. Now, when you think all-time greats when it comes to the dunk contest, you think of Jordan from the free throw line. You think from Vince Carter, you know, the reverse dunk. I don't know the proper terminology for it. I'm pretty sure it was a reverse handicap side slicker, slam and dunking. Maybe I got that wrong. Who knows? But that's the unofficial. That's DJ Adams' nickname for that one. But DJ Adams, sorry. I have a radio show too, guys. So I'm the Adam Beck on the podcast. But Monday night, 8 to 10 on 88.7 FM, I'm DJ Adam. That's if you're in DFW, obviously, because that's where all the cool people listen to radio. Oh, I wish I had the video on right now. I just hit like the craziest anime dance. It was pretty epic dance I just hit. Anyways, 2016 dunk contest. Let's think about it. Who are the greatest dunkers of all time? Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. Are you kidding me? If any person, predominantly male, knows those names in the terms of basketball and dunking the ball into the basket. I mean, these guys have a ridiculous athleticism, and for some reason, their greatest ability in basketball is to dunk the ball when no one else is on the court. Like, don't get me wrong. Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, ballers. I mean, Aaron Gordon won a ring with the Nuggets recently. I mean, Zach needs to get his ring soon. I don't even know if he's still on the Bulls. I honestly don't know. But Magic Aaron Gordon, This guy was unstoppable from dunking in the dunk contest. Later in the season, they might have been a playoff team. Maybe, maybe not. The Bulls, questionable. Not great teams. Great players, but even better dunkers. I'm talking like Santa Claus on Christmas, you leave cookies out in milk. I'm talking like prime dunking like that. Like, you see it, holy crap, Santa. You know how to dunk. Like, you are the expert. Like, if you ask anyone how to dunk, you're asking Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. Literally the greatest dunk I'm not into the dunk contest anymore. 2016 dunk contest honestly ruined it for everyone else. It ruined it. Because this is the problem with sports. Not just 2016, just in general. We are so spoiled as fans. We get all these. Last night, I watched Game 7 of the World Series. Toronto Dodgers. 11th inning. Game 7. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. It was awesome. And now our expectations are going to be high for the rest of our lives about sporting events because we just get better and better every year. It's like in the Olympics. You compare the sprint from 1940s to today. They just get better every year. But guys, there is a limitation to dunking. We ain't upgrading our verticals from 30 by 5 feet, just in this generation alone. I mean, genetics aren't improving that much, and watching Wemby dunk would not be entertaining. Cooper Flag, you're already 7 feet. Like, going on his tippy toes, doing a cool little dunk, just don't hit. We need that power forward, that 6'8", 6'7" height guy, just with insane hops. Like, why is a big man jumping that high? And you just can't replicate what they did in 2016. I can just picture the dunks in my head right now. Few the legs, windmill, reverse. And honestly, I don't even remember who won. We're going to Google it right now. Who won the 2016 NBA dunk contest? Zach LaVine. I'm reading off the Google search. This is pure Google right here, guys. Zach LaVine won the 2016 NBA slam dunk contest, defeating Aaron Gordon in a highly acclaimed final. The competition went into a 2-round tiebreaker, with LaVine ultimately winning after scoring perfectly on his final dunk. Now, if I do remember correctly, there was like a controversy. I don't want to say Dwayne Wade or someone, maybe Shaq. I don't know who it was. One of those old heads. Shoot, I don't know. Maybe it was a different year. Remember there was a controversy in the dunk contest where someone got a bad rating when it was an awesome dunk and it kind of screwed them over in the end. Might not have been 2016, but you know what? That's BS, man. They deserve that dunk contest. We got to run it back. But basically, guys, there is no... You can't reinvent the wheel when it comes to dunking. There's only so many things they can do. We can lower the hoop, maybe, do an extra jump, but it's not like BMX or something. Let's just build a bigger ramp. Let's just do an extra flip. Let's go faster down the hill. So we just do 3 more flips. We're not reinventing how to jump. I'd hate to say it, but I think we're out of dunks. I think we've seen almost every type of dunk. That's why someone has to get postered in a game. Those are the only time we can get stimmed from the NBA. We got to get that little, we got to get that stim, what is that word? When you're scrolling on the internet, on TikTok, that dopamine. We got to get that dopamine rush from the dunk contest again. We got to bring it back. We should blindfold them, no glass, just a floating rim or something. I'm just spitballing here. Maybe in a pool. Guys, 2016 dunk contest in the pool. Those were legendary days. Enough with the dunk contest. Sorry, guys. I just got riled up. I'm not sorry. I'm happy. I'm glad I did that. We earned that. We deserve to reminisce on the dunk contest. But now, let's talk about something else in basketball that happened in 2016. March Madness. Now, every year, March Madness is crazy. No one ever gets the perfect bracket. But you know what did happen? Probably the greatest final of all times in terms of college March Madness. the national championship. I was blanking on the term. I was like Elite Eight, Final Four. Final? No, it's NBA Finals. March Madness National. The NCAA National Championship for basketball, guys. UNC versus Villanova. The Big East versus the ACC. 2 basketball conferences. 2 highly rated teams. And don't get me started about this Villanova team. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Jalen Brunson. Guys, they're all studs in the NBA right now. That team was insane. I'm pretty sure they're all on that team. Maybe the next year, because I'm pretty sure they went back to back. Maybe Josh Hart wasn't on this team, but the other guys were. Don't quote me on that, but Villanova was goated back then. They're all right. They're an all right school now. UNC, it's just iconic. Iconic. Just 2 basketball schools going at it in the national championship. Back and forth. You know, March is always crazy. We could do a whole episode on any year's March Madness, but 2016, I feel like we get let down in the finals a lot. In the national championship, just one team kind of flames out towards the end, kind of like that 2022 Natty, RIP my Frogs. 65-7. Oh, why did I bring that up? Whatever. Back to the basketball. That national championship. Another epic final. Game winner. We didn't get a game winner in the NBA Finals. We had LeBron come back from 3-1 lead, which I argue is better than just one single game winner. But we have the iconic Villanova game winner. You know, the UNC guys hits this insane, like, one-legged three with like 6, 7 seconds left on the clock. And like, oh my God, they won. Like, holy clutch. Like, it's in your genes. But no. You actually don't even have jeans on because Villanova has them. And Villanova hits an awesome game winner, which one of the coolest plays ever. You know, you dribble down the middle of the court, hand it off, like a little toss, a little HB toss to the other guy. And I'm blanking on his name, but we're going to play the clip somewhere in here. Maybe I already played it. It's going to be like, whoa, game winner, Villanova. Whoa.
They go length of the court with Archie Diacono. 3 seconds at midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
Probably one of the greatest basketball games of all time. I was at my friend Landon's house when that happened. It was pretty epic. We had a pizza party. I mean, everyone remembers where you were when Villanova made that game winner. Everyone remembers where they were, regardless of what you're doing. It was 2016. We were like, this is going to be the greatest year ever. We got to write down where we were at all times. Yeah. And also, guys, we can't forget this happened I'm kind of sad. I know obviously you guys all know this happened in the basketball world in 2016. Man. Whew, RIP, man. 5-time NBA champion. Finals MVP twice. MVP in 2008. 11 first-team All-Selections. 18 All-Star appearances. 2-time NBA scoring champion. 4th all-time in all-time scoring. 4-time All-Star MVP. 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Kobe Bryant retired in 2016. And, man, say what you want about Kobe. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And I think the most underrated thing about Kobe is he's the bridge between generations. You know, our parents, you know, the older heads, they had Michael Jordan playing all the plumbers in the NBA. I'm kidding, guys. I think Jordan's really good. I think he played against good players. But you're talking to old head. Oh, yeah. LeBron don't play like Michael did. Michael, man. If he wanted to make a shot, he would make it. Man, Michael. Man, my auto teacher used to praise Michael Jordan. He'd be like, oh, man, y'all didn't grow up with Michael, man. He just, whatever he wanted to do, he would do it. They had Michael. We have LeBron. My generation, 22, we grew up on LeBron James. I think he got drafted around when I was born-ish, around then. He's been in the league my whole life, and that's who we grew up with. But you know what that middle ground was? Kobe. Kobe played with MJ and LeBron. People forget. He is the bridge between generations of the NBA. And I think him retiring in 2016 was kind of a symbol of the end. Not just, oh, I'm getting a phone call during my pod. You know what, guys? Hey, what's up, man? I'm filming my podcast. You're on my podcast now. Wait, would you like to say something about 2016 basketball?
Do you have to say, do I want to say something about 2016 basketball?
Yeah, for the podcast.
I would love to. Don't have a speakerphone.
Yeah, you are. You've been on speaker.
Perfect. Well, I just want to say that Kobe being Bryant is just an absolute gem of a human and a man, and what an unbelievable farewell season and departure that was, because I don't think we're ever going to see anything like that again. Maybe LeBron will get some treatment, but I don't know. That was just like a totally unprecedented thing. The way that man touched the game of basketball and graced us all with his presence. For him to go out on the last game like that, 60 on his farewell tour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was really something special. But beyond special, what about Wardell, Stephen Curry? Oh my goodness, what a season that was for him. Despite not pulling it out in the finals, that was just
most threes in a season.
First unanimous MVP.
Mm-hmm.
But the king is still the king. I will say that. I was always one to argue that Kobe was better than LeBron, but that's just not the case, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But Kobe got the heart. Kobe's got the heart.
Mamba mentality.
Deny that.
Yeah.
LeBron he pales in comparison to the likes of Kobe when you compare the mentality. It's just two different beasts. Yeah. Loki, give me a question. Give me a prompt me to do some hot takeage.
No, dude, I was literally talking about Kobe like right before you called, and then you call in, and then you just brought up Kobe. That was perfect, honestly. Everything you said was perfect.
Yeah. I just,
Hell yeah.
He was him.
All right, I'm gonna finish recording this so I can go to that film thing tonight. I'll catch you. I'll send you shit.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Guys, that was insane. Oh my gosh, that was. You can't make that up. My friend just called me because we're doing this thing for class, and I knew he knew a little bit of ball. Yeah, Kobe dropped like 60 on his last game. For some reason, I thought it was 81. Maybe it was 60. Maybe it was 81. Who knows? We can fact check that later. But yeah, and then he said it. Steph Curry was a unanimous MVP. He set the record for most threes in a season. I think it was 403. Insane. Back-to-back MVPs, by the way. Also, wow. I'm just starstruck on that. Sorry, that was insane. I'm trying to think of what else I need to talk about. We talked about Kobe. Talked about the dunk contest, the finals, Villanova, Chino Hills, Lebronto, my personal favorite. But honestly, yeah, Kobe, his farewell tour, 2016. Yeah, it was kind of like a farewell tour. I mean, you just had to be there. But, wow, I'm at 30 minutes for this. I'm honestly more than happy with this, guys. Basically, guys, 2016 was the greatest basketball year of all time. I wrote this outro that I'm going to read. No, I'm not going to read it. It just feels too blah. It feels too artificial. I feel like podcasts, I'm just supposed to rant. And 2016 was such an in-the-moment year where we just, there wasn't a script. We just lived in the moment. And that's what I feel like we need more of. I have this script for my podcast here, but I'm like, no. I need to record this podcast like I was in 2016, where I'm just living in the moment and enjoying Lebronto. And my friend calls me on the phone, and I'm just going to play it into the mic, and he's going to prove everything I was saying without even telling him. Oh my God, guys. That was amazing. Thank you, everyone, for listening to 2016, the podcast. Obviously, today we talked about the golden year of basketball. The next episode, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about something cool, obviously from 2016. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys come back, and I hope you just remembered something from the past. Maybe it not be from 2016. Maybe be about LeBron, Michael Jordan, a friend randomly calling you. I just hope you didn't get nostalgic and wish you were there, but just reminisced and you know what? Yeah, I had some good times in the past, because that's what I want this podcast to be. I just want you to reflect on the past and how can we look back on today and be like, yeah, it was a good day, regardless of how crazy it was back then. With that, guys, thank you. This is the Adam Beck signing out. Have a great freaking day, you guys. Oh my God. So I'm just so happy. I can't stop talking to you guys. All right. Bye. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Bye.